we just continue straight with the program. You probably checked on itb.com/convention or in the ITB app. There's so many fantastic sessions to choose from, but we got you covered. You're here now, that's fantastic, we love that, but there's so many other things happening at the same time which you can revisit after ITB, because we put out all the content for free on YouTube, so you can watch at your own time or you can share with friends. And we also have a live stream for everyone that's not being able here to be in Berlin. Right, we had in the panel now a fantastic conversation, the reality check with the executives on what's happening with AI and travel technology. And you saw it, right? You want to talk about travel tech trends, but you end up talking about AI ultimately all the time. But something I found very interesting, and it's a natural match and a bridge for the next session, is that Mark Raby from Sojourn said, actually, that now the whole marketing game turns into a distribution game, actually. And finally, we're seeing that those social media activities turn intent into actual bookings, which is great, right? Because that's ROI for us, and that's what we want. So travel discovery obviously has changed then, and it's now a scroll, a wipe, attention span is super low, and there's so much budget that you can burn on getting some reach on social. So I invited a speaker from a company. They are experts in those games, how to turn social media content into bookings. And she's saying that the brands today that are winning aren't necessarily the ones spending the most, which is kind of a paradigm shift, right? Because in the past year, it has always been about scale. The more money you have, the more influence you have, the more reach you have, the more bookings you get, the more return you get. That's changed, obviously, which I find fantastic, because it's reshuffling the cards of power influence in our industry. And she says the companies that are winning are the ones who understand how to turn emotion into action. And without any further ado, let's get her to stage. You're in for a great 20 minutes keynote. Please welcome on stage with me Chief Operating Officer at Holiday Pirates Group, Judith Eich. Thank you for being here. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this presentation on this keynote today. I hope you will learn something from it. And today, maybe the one presentation that's not all about AI. So let's see. So what a time it is to be an OTA. This year and last year, a lot of the things happened. We and OTAs in general are struggling with, for example, the zero-click reality. We see that search is difficult for us these days. We see that informational content is not driving so much clicks anymore. We also see that, but we have the answer to that, and we know what to do and save your ass. So, one option you have as an OTA today is spend more. You could spend more in Google. Make sure your ads are shown, your SEA budgets are higher, or let's be more visible, maybe offline, spend some money on TV. Or what about ChatGPT now with their sponsored listings? You can finally get to spend money on getting visible on LLMs too. But what if you don't want to spend all that budget? What's going to be our response in the industry? Are we going to spend more and give more money to Silicon Valley, or are we going to do it different this year? So what we see is that searching, we know all the researchers for years, searching is not fun. Searching is tedious. Travelers, they spend a lot of time trying to get to information, spend a lot of time visiting pages. And they even say that they are getting tired of all those filters. So we believe that scrolling is the new search. Search lives in the stress brain. It is not fun to search for vacations. It's not fun to filter and get tired of every single result not showing up. And it's kind of boring as well. The results are boring. But scrolling nowadays, that's about dreaming. That's about you thinking and getting inspired. Beautiful, beautiful content nowadays on the internet. It's gone all to social media, and it's about videos. So what we see in a lot of research is that actually half of the travelers these days, they want to book an entire trip that they've seen on social media. And 3 out of 4 people are actually starting their journey on social media. So why are we still talking so much about search? And why are we so worried about AI taking over our search overviews? I don't get it. And we don't get it either at Holiday Pirates, because we don't even play this search game. We focus on short video. We make this our digital storefront. And we have about 35 million followers and subscribers across 10 markets. And we drive 90% organic traffic. So 90% of our traffic is organic. We do not pay for that kind of traffic. How do we do this? So we are not a platform one wants to use twice a year. We are a platform more similar to a news platform. We are conversations. We drive conversations. We do it, for example, with stories, with reels, with quizzes. We always keep the interaction with our user. And this is what you see. We have a much higher interaction rate than the average in the travel industry. And interaction drives reach. Interaction drives your brand, and interaction drives traffic. Now, that's not yet bookings, but at least we get a lot of traffic out of getting the interaction with our users. So our company has moved completely away from chasing intent. We started creating demand, and it's on a big scale. It's with 35 million users, so it's not a, thank you. It's not a small game we play. We understand it, and I would like to share a bit of how we do it today with you. And I hope you take it home, and you can also start creating demand. So this is the framework that we use. We look at trends. We make products for trends. We curate. We are amazing at stopping the scroll. And lastly, we sell a feeling and not a product. So trends. What we do is we don't brainstorm every week thinking about what to put out on social media. We let social media tell us what to put out. So we have all our people in the company scrolling actually in their work time to tell us what the trends are. But we also use AI to help us find trends faster. And we spot trends before they go mainstream. And that's really important, because once they go mainstream, they boost your reach immensely. So think about aesthetics that are trending. Think about sounds. We all know ABBA, for example, has been trending for a while now. Or we know all this music that you know, and then you recognize it, and it's actually been trending on social media. This is what we do. We really spend a lot of time making sure that we hit the trends. But with a good trend doesn't mean you get the reach. So then what happens, instead of thinking and brainstorming about what products to put out every week, you have to reverse your thoughts. As if you're working in social media, stop listening to your product department telling you to put some products on social media. Tell them what products should be on social media. So you listen to the trends and you reverse engineer the products that go on social media. And that means maybe not the products with the highest margin, or maybe not the projects that you need to sell today because you have to get a plane filled, some seats filled. It's the products that are trending. So it's different, and you need to make sure that people are taking that into account. So a good example of this is actually we took a viral sound and a unique experience, and we made this viral. Probably all know the sound. So the sound was very trending, think over winter. But what was even more trending, and hopefully we all know that, was Lapland. Lapland is a very trending destination. We call it trending aesthetics. So Northern Lights, Lapland, these started to be trending. We picked up the sound, we picked up the destination, and we had a really good partner to give us a deal there that we could promote. And then you can see we get 23 million views. We get 300,000 clicks, and we do actually bookings. We earn 30K commission. That's not the revenue an OTA makes, that's the revenue we make. So it's a lot of bookings we did with this partner on this reel. Another very important thing is what we do is we curate. So we curate what goes on social media. Not every partner gets to put his deal out on our social media platforms. We decide what goes on social media, and we're good at it. So we scour our best partners. We have premium partnerships with a lot of partners, and it goes into the billions of offers every day that we are able to look at. And through those billions of offers, we pick about 1,000 across 10 markets. So that's about 10 to 15 a day that we put out on social media. So when people are getting tired of searching, what we do is we search it for them, and we curate, and we put it out. A good example of this is that we found a really too good but true deal with a top partner of us, which generated about 10 million views. What worked really good for this deal is that it's a shock price. So what we are good at, obviously, is shock prices. We know how to find them, and then we create them into a reel. Also here, we drive a lot of commission, so we actually generate quite a lot of bookings directly from this reel. And then the last one is hooks. It's all about hooks. So you have to control the thumb in about half a second. We all know that most of the content you see on social media gets scrolled through, so it's super important to have a hook that makes people stop and watch your reel. So what we do, what is most successful for us in terms of hooks, is a surprise. Often it's about not this, but this. Have you ever thought about this? It's similar, but it's this. So it's actually often taking one example, a very well-known example, could be Valencia, but then driving it towards an Eastern European city that is not so well-known, but has similar aesthetics. A good example is actually this one. It's a different kind of hook. So what was really helpful about this reel, and what's important to understand, is this drives views. It drives a lot of reach. We don't always play the best hooks for bookings. So hooks are also important to drive up the reach. And if you have a good couple of viral reels a day, that actually drives the reach up of your other posts as well. So we make a lot of money with our other posts as well, but we also use reels with great hooks to drive up the reach. So in this case, you see the commission is lower, but it drove a really big amount of reach. This is actually across Germany only. It drove a big amount of reach, and it drove clicks. So for us, that's very important, because it keeps your algorithm warm. And the next one, the last one of our framework, we rarely sell the hotel. We really focus a lot on selling the vibe. So almost every reel we post is some kind of user-generated content. It works because people are seeing now much and much more AI content. AI content is getting bland. It's getting maybe a bit of artificial, too beautiful. We all know it. And user-generated content is the answer to that. So I heard the previous person on stage saying he doesn't believe in influencer. Well, I really, really strongly disagree with that. We believe strongly in influencers, but it has to be real. We don't have to work with the biggest influencers, but you have to work with the influencers that are keeping things real, that are showing authentic content. And especially if it's from a POV point of view, it works a lot better for our reels. So if there's something about identity in there, moms, teenagers, or maybe women, single travel women, that kind of stuff, that's POV. If you have a POV user-generated content, that works. That really makes the interaction go fly. A good example of this. So this was a video we put out fairly recently. It has a lot of views, but we're still gathering the commission up. But you see very clearly that we have a point of view here. It's really about a girl's trip, and this really speaks to a lot of our followers. Now, the last thing I want to explain is how do you scale something like this? And how do you scale it without large budgets or productions or sending people off to, I don't know, South Africa to film like beautiful commercials, or even influencer budgets, because we don't actually spend a lot of money on influencers. So our trick, and that's a secret trick, we've never ever shared it, so we will share it now, is actually we do it ourselves. So what we do is we have 145 employees, and a large part of them is actually sending in videos. We train people. We give trainings on how to create videos when you're on vacation. We open up links and tell them what destinations we are still low on video on, and then we allow them to upload their content there. And we get content that is user-generated, that is real, and actually our people are trained, so it's really good content. And most of the videos that you just saw were actually shot by our people. And why it works is they're all deal hunters, they're all travelers, so make sure also your recruitment works, because if you get the good people, you can get free content. We pay a small amount. And another trick up our sleeves today is we work with micro creators. So we don't work with the big influencers. We avoid them. We look for emerging micro creators that have beautiful content. We have teams scrolling and looking for that. So if our teams are scrolling for trends, immediately they can also spot the micro creators. And because we can offer such a big reach to them and giving their content, putting their content out in various markets, they work for us for free. So they give us their free content in exchange for a mention or a tag. And lastly, last slide, one on AI, is we do use AI to scale, obviously. We are a small team, small company. We put out a lot of content daily and weekly. So what we do is we do trend searching with AI. We upload content automatically in our database with AI. We label it with AI. We do outreach with AI. So there is a lot of processes behind the scenes we do with AI. What we do not do with AI is touch videos or touch content images. So our AI is not creating videos. It's staying far away from our brand so that we will never get bland. We will always stay authentic. And we make AI scale our processes, but never our brand or our content. So there's no chance that we will ever generate content with AI. So for us, it's enabling our people with AI, but not generating with AI. So I would like to tell you today that you should really, really stop chasing the intent. Don't worry so much about AI overviews. If you start now with social media, you capture the discovery era. It's starting now. It's actually started last year. So be there and be the first to capture the discovery of where people start their journeys nowadays. Be there and then get the booking. So if you want to learn more about us, we are a media platform. So if you want to feature your deals on our platform, please get in touch with me. This is me, and this is the content that I was actually a micro-creator for. So if you ever see dog content on Holiday Pirates with a little kid, then you know that's me being the micro-creator there. So we all do it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Judith. And as I have you, stay with me. Yes, this was fantastic. And you actually proved the point that we heard in the panel earlier, right? I do also love your point that you disagree with the influencers. I think a lot of influencers just relieved, right? All the ones joining us in the live stream, they're like, okay, we're still relevant, that's good.
Yes, yeah.
We have a few minutes left. So if you would like to ask a question, we have Judith here. I'm not going to let her go if you have questions. So raise your hand, yes. And we do have a microphone. We have wonderful ladies here. Who's closest? If you just, yes, prep the person with the question with the microphone. Please do me a favor. If you have a question, get up, stand up, tell me who you are, who you represent, and then ask your question, because we also want to know about you.
My name is Vasilis Fani, and we come from Zakynthos. We do marketing, and my question is this. On social media, TikTok and Instagram, you cannot put an active link under the caption. So, do you rely on the visitors to scroll through your website and find the specific offer, or you have another way?
Yes, we do always put a first link in the comment. So that works for us really well, and to drive traffic is put the link in the comment and make sure your CTA tells you that the link can be found in the comment.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judith. Another question, if you just hand the microphone 2 rows behind, yes? If there's another question, raise your hand so we can already get the microphone to
Hi,
you.
my name is Murad, and I run a holiday home back in Egypt, in Cairo and Laguna. And I wanted to know, first of all, very good presentation. It's an eye-opener. I love it. Just want to know the relevance of what you do to the business size, because I'm sure you know holiday homes is different than serviced apartments, hotels, etc.
Yeah.
So how relevant are holiday homes to what you do?
Quite relevant, not always in Egypt, I have to say. We do a lot of hotels in Egypt, as I think all the OTAs do. But holiday homes, we drive a lot of traffic and commission for partners domestic for holiday homes or closer to home where people can drive. So if you want, we don't see a big holiday homes market yet in Egypt. We haven't. It's not a lot of. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But that might change, right? So let's talk into you.
Yeah.
Any more questions? I mean, that's the time, right? We have it right here in person. So if there's more questions, if not, no questions? No, then everyone give it up, please. Judith Eich from Holiday Pirates Group, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.